The following program is brought to you in compatible color, pioneered and developed by RCA.
Robert Montgomery presents.
Evening. There has been a murder in this house. You'll read about it in the late editions, I'm sure. You'll get it over your radio and you'll see it on television, because an old-time motion picture star is involved. One of the biggest. But before you hear it all distorted, before those Hollywood columnists get their hands on it, maybe you'd like to see the facts, the whole truth. We'll bring you Act One of tonight's production in just a minute. You see the body of a young man with 2 shots in his back and 1 in his stomach. Nobody important, really. He's just a movie writer with a couple of B pictures to his credit. Poor fellow, he always wanted a swimming pool. Well, in the end, he got himself one. Only the picture turned out to be a little high. Let's go back about 6 months and find the day when it all started.
All right, Joe Gillis. Bring me the report on Joseph Gillis, bases loaded, Miss Kramer.
It's just what you need for Alan Ladd. Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Sheldrake.
Hello.
Bases loaded. I covered it with a 2-page synopsis.
Thank you.
But I wouldn't bother if I were you.
What's wrong with it?
Honestly? It's from hunger.
Nothing for Ladd?
No, it's just a rehash of something that wasn't too good to begin with.
I'm sure you'll be glad to meet Mr. Gillis. He wrote it. This is Miss Kramer.
The name is Schaefer. Thank you for your thoughtfulness. You were very kind, but I won't hide. The name is Betty Schaefer. And honestly, right now, I'd like to find a hole and pull it in right after me.
Well, if I could be of any help, just let me know.
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Gillis. Really, I just didn't like it. I found it flat and trite.
Well, what kind of material do you recommend? Dostoevsky, Tolstoy?
No, I just think that pictures should say a little something.
Oh, I see. One of the message kids, huh?
Maybe that's why I hated Bases Loaded so much. You see, I'd heard of you. I also heard you had talent.
That was last year. This year I'm trying to earn a living.
So you take plot 27A. You try to gloss it up, make it look slick.
Those are dirty words. You sound like a bunch of New York critics. That'll be all, Miss Kramer. Schaefer.
Goodbye, Mr. Gillis.
Bye. Look, Mr. Sheldrake, I don't want you to think that I wrote an Academy Award winner or anything like that.
Oh, now, wait a minute. If we made it a girls' softball team, put in a few numbers.
Look, I'm all out of laughs. I'm over a barrel. I need a job.
I haven't got a thing.
Well, any kind of an assignment. Additional dialogue?
No.
Look, Mr. Sheldrake, can you let me have $300 on your personal loan?
Can I? Last year, somebody talked me into buying a ranch in the valley.
It's my car. If I lose that, it's like having my legs cut off.
You bought a new car.
No, I haven't bought a new car. It's an old wreck, but I'm 3 months behind on the payments. I stalled the goons from the real estate.
So you told them that the car was in Palm Springs and you'd give them the money tomorrow. Well, you don't need a car to write, Gillis. Don't you know that all you have to do is stay put at the typewriter?
Boy wonder. Well, no good going back to the apartment with the finance bloodhounds onto me. I called a pal of mine, Artie Green. Forget that he was Sheldrake's first assistant. He offered me 20. He offered me a bed. But luck wasn't with me. Maybe luck had never been with me. Anyhow, before I got to Artie's, the Shylocks cruising around for victims spotted me. And just when I was making a fine getaway along Sunset Boulevard, my front tire blew. stood in the driveway of a great big white elephant of a place. The kind movie people built in the crazy 20s. Looked run down, deserted. If ever there was a place to stash a limping car with a hot license number.
In here.
Look, I just left my car.
Go on, Aim.
Look, maybe I better get my car at your property here.
Wipe your feet. Go on. You're not properly dressed for the occasion.
Have him come in, Mac.
Well, maybe I better explain.
Madame is waiting.
For me? Okay.
If you need any help with the coffin, call me.
Cough?
I have decided to bury him in the garden. Any city laws against that?
I wouldn't know, ma'am.
I wouldn't care anyway. I want the coffin to be white, especially lined in satin. Deep pink or maybe red, bright, flaming red. Let's keep it gay.
Gay, yeah. What is it? A monkey.
How much will it cost? I warn you, don't give me a fancy price just because I'm rich.
Look, lady, you got the wrong man. See, I had an accident with my car pulled into your driveway here. I thought the place was deserted.
It is not. Get out.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about your friend there. And I do not think that red is the right... Wait a minute, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Get out, or do I have to call my servant?
Okay. Hey, you're Gee, you're Norma Desmond. Gee, you used to be in silent pictures. You used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
Yeah, I knew there was
There
something
was
wrong.
a time in this business when they had the eyes of the whole wide world. But that wasn't good enough for them. No, they had to have the ears of the world, too. So they opened their big mouths and out came talk.
Yeah, well, that's where the popcorn concessions come in. So you buy a bag of popcorn and you plug
Look
up
at them in the front office, the masterminds. They took their idols and smashed them. The Fairbankses, the Gilberts, the Valentinos. What have we got now? Some nobodies.
Well, don't blame me, Miss Desmond. I'm not an executive. I'm just a writer.
Oh, you are. Writing words. Well, you made a rope of words and strangle this business.
You wake up the monkey.
Oh, get out.
Yes, ma'am.
Max, wait a minute, you. You're a writer, you say.
Yes, Miss Desmond. That's what it says on my guild card.
And you have written pictures?
Yeah? You like a list of my credits?
Wynn gets in that old organ. I ought to have it taken out.
Yeah, or teach it a better tune.
Tell me, young man, how long is a movie script these days? I mean, how many pages?
Well, that all depends on what it is. Yeah, Donald Duck or Joan of Arc.
This is a very important picture. I wrote it myself. It took me years.
It looks thick enough for 6 important pictures.
The story of Salome. I think I'll have Sheldrake direct it.
Oh, Sheldrake. Huh?
Yes, we've done a lot of pictures together.
Who's going to play Joan of Arc? Salome, you?
Who else?
Well, I didn't know. I was just asking. I didn't know that you were planning a comeback.
I hate that word. This is a return. A return to the millions of people who've never forgiven me for deserting the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, Salome, what a woman. A princess in love with a holy man. She dances the dance of the seven veils. He rejects her, so she demands his head on a golden tray, kissing the cold, dead lips. Read it! Read it!
Well, you know, it could use a little more dialogue.
What for? I can say anything I want to with my eyes.
Yeah. Well, you know, Miss Desmond, it could use a little cutting.
I will not have it butchered.
Well, no, of course not. No, just a small editing job. You can find somebody.
Yes, but who? It would have to be somebody I could trust. When were you born? What sign of the zodiac?
I don't know.
Well, what month?
December 21st.
Sagittarius, huh? I like Sagittarians. You can trust them. You know, I want you to do this work.
Me? Now, wait, Miss Desmond. I just finished one script. I got another assignment.
Oh, I don't care.
Well, I'm not cheap, you know. I'm not one of these $500 a week writers.
Don't you worry about money. I'll make it worth your while.
Well, I guess maybe I better take the script home and read the rest of it.
No. I couldn't let it out of my house. You'd have to finish it here.
It is getting kind of late, you know.
You married, Mr.
Gillis. No, I'm single.
Where do you live?
Hollywood. Altamito Apartments.
There's something wrong with your car. Well, why shouldn't you stay here?
No, I think I'd better come back early.
Oh, nonsense. There's a room over the garage. Max will show you where it is. Max? Max!
Max! Hey, Max, whatever your name is, what am I clothes doing here? Look, I'm talking to you, Max. All my things, my typewriter, my books, all my clothes are out there in the garage.
Naturally, I brought them myself. What is the matter? Is anything missing?
Yeah, well, who gave you permission to? Who told you you could do it?
Madame wished so.
Oh, Madame, huh? Look, I agreed to help fix her script. See, there's nothing in the deal about my staying here more than one night.
You cannot work in an apartment where you owe 3 months' rent, sir.
I'll take care of that.
It has been taken care of. It is all paid for.
All right, you can deduct it from my salary. Oh, boy, she sure was a character, that Norma Desmond.
She was the greatest of them all. You wouldn't know. You were too young. In 1 week, she received 17,000 fan letters. Man bribed her hairdresser to get a lock of her hair. A Maharaja came all the way from India to beg one of her silk stockings. Later, he strangled himself with it.
Next morning, I saw her reading a stack of fan mail. Who knows? Maybe she was right about her comeback. Return. Anyway, I needed that job. I wanted the dough, and I wanted to get out of there as quickly as I could. But it wasn't so simple.
Put it back. Still wonderful, isn't it? We didn't need dialogue. We had faces. There just aren't faces like that anymore. Oh, those ridiculous producers, those fools. Have they forgotten what a star looks like? Well, I'll show them. Go on with the running, Max.
They're taking my car.
Go on with the running.
Look.
I'll be up there again.
Norma, give me some money. I haven't paid yet. I need some money right now. Please, Norma, give me some money.
Darling, look at me.
They're taking
Look
my
at
car.
me, please. Why did you leave?
Norma, they're taking my car. I need some money. My car!
Oh, now, please. We don't need two cars. We have a car. All handmade. Cost me $28,000. That's a dreadful shirt you'll wear.
What's wrong with my shirt?
Nothing if you work in a filling station. I'll have Max take us to town tomorrow and buy you some wonderful clothes.
Look, I don't need any new clothes, and I'm certainly not going to have you buying them for me.
Why begrudge me a little fun? I just want you to look nice. Besides, I'm getting sick of that sport jacket and those same baggy pants.
The last week in December, the rains came. Yeah, they came right through the old roof of my room above the garage. So she had Max move me into the main house. I didn't much like the idea, but...
Max, whose room was this, huh?
This is the room of the husband, or the husbands, I should say. Madame has been married 3 times.
What's with these doors? There's no locks on any of them.
There are no locks anywhere in this house, sir.
No locks? Why?
The doctor suggested it.
What doctor?
Madame's doctor, Mr. Gillis. Madame has moments of melancholy. There have been attempts of suicide.
Suicide? Well, why? Her career? She's doing all right. I mean, she's not forgotten. She still gets plenty of fan mail.
I would not look too closely at the postmarks.
Oh. You send them, is that it, Max? Boy.
This is Madame's great night. Her New Year's Eve's party.
Joe, you look divine. Turn around.
No, come on now.
Come on, let's dance. Valentino danced on this floor.
Me on the same floor with Valentino? Hey, when are the rest of the guests coming?
There are no other guests. We don't want to share a moment like this.
Oh. Okay. Come midnight, how about putting masks on the musicians and breaking champagne bottles over Max's head? Huh?
You think this is all very funny?
Well, a little, yeah.
Oh, what a wonderful New Year it's going to be. What fun we're going to have. Here, I was going to give it to you at midnight.
Oh, no, I can't take this. You give me enough stuff on it?
Shut up, I'm rich. I'm richer than all this new Hollywood trash. I've got $1 million.
Well, then keep it, huh?
Well, what's it good for except to buy everything we want?
Look, how about cutting that wee stuff out, huh?
What's the matter with you?
Well, what right have you got to take me for granted?
Right. You want me to tell you?
Well, how do you know I haven't got some girl somewhere that I'm crazy about, huh?
Who, some car hop or dress extra?
Well, what I'm trying to say is I'm just not right for you.
What you're trying to say is that you don't want me to love you. Well, say it. Say it!
In just a moment, we'll return to the second act of Sunset Boulevard, starring Mary Astor, Darren McGavin, and Gloria DeHaven.
And now, Act Two of Sunset Boulevard.
I had to be with people my own age. I had to hear somebody laugh. I hitched a ride on a forest truck and came to Artie Green's.
Oh, hey, what is this? Mink? What did you do, win it or steal it? Listen, Artie, can I stick around here for a while? Oh, yeah, sure. This will be going on all night. No, Artie, I mean, can you put me up here for a couple of weeks, huh? Just so happens we have a vacancy on the couch. Thank you, Doctor, I'll take it. I'll have the bellboy take care of your luggage. Hi, Jeannie. Meanwhile, just register here.
Hello, Mr. Gillis.
Oh, hey, you two know each other?
Maybe I can help you. I'm Betty Schaefer. Sheldrick's office.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Base is loaded, but just a minute. What's going on? This is the woman I love. Who was loaded? Don't worry about a thing, Artie. She's only interested in my literary output. Hey, where's the telephone? Huh? Over by the Rainbow Room. Rainbow? Oh. Hey, when you two chickies get through with that telephone, can I have it, huh?
Would you like a drink? No.
Yeah.
Half. I've been hoping to run into you.
Yeah? Why? Take that knife out of my back that you put in?
Not exactly. I felt a little bit guilty. So I dug out some of your old stories.
Oh, you sweet kid, you.
Mm-hmm. There was one called The Window, or something about windows.
Dark windows. How'd you like it?
I didn't. Except for 6 pages. There was a wonderful flashback in a courtroom when she talks about being a teacher. Oh, look, Julie. Mr. Gillis, excuse me, could we go somewhere and talk?
About the Rainbow Room. Hey, wait a minute, Joe. I said you could have my couch, not my girl.
This is shop talk.
After you? Sit down. Hey, what were we talking about?
Well, I wanted to talk to
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's right. I had a teacher like that once.
Did you? That's why it's good. It's true. It's moving. Why don't you use that?
Who wants true? Who wants moving?
Oh, no, I'm serious. See, I have some ideas about how you might develop the character. Honest, I think there's something worthwhile.
I got some ideas of my own. Look, this is New Year's Eve. How about living it up a little, huh?
Well, let's see. We could make some paper boats and have a regatta. Or, turn on the shower.
Or maybe barricade ourselves in the kitchen, huh?
Were you hungry?
Hungry?
I was going to tell you that you can have the phone now.
Yes. Don't get lost, huh?
I won't. I'll just get us some more of this horrible liquid.
Oh, Brian. Well, you never can tell what's going to happen on fire. Hello, Max. Mr. Gillis. Look, I want you to do me a favor. Yes, you can. I want you to get all my old things together and put them in my old suitcase. Yeah, the ones I came in. And my books and my type. What the? My razor! Max, what happened? Max! Hey, Joe! Where is she?
She's up in her room. Don't raise up the stairs. The musicians must not know what happened.
a pretty silly thing to do.
Falling in love with you. That was the idiotic thing.
Sure, it made a pretty newspaper headlines. Great star kills herself over unknown writer.
Great stars have great pride. Go away. Go back to that girl of yours.
Norma, I just did that because I thought it was all a mistake. I didn't want to hurt you. You've been good to me. You're the only person in this whole stinking town who has been good to me.
Why don't you just say thank you and go?
After you promised to behave like a sensible human being.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. My love.
Hello?
Hello, is this Crestview 54124? I'm awfully sorry to bother you again, but I've had this number confirmed, and I just must talk to Mr. Gillis.
He's not here. You must not call here again.
But you...
Joe! I've got the most wonderful surprise. Max delivered our script to Sheldrake an hour ago.
What?
I've never been so happy in my whole life. Oh, look, Joe. This is the way I used to look in the line when I was with Marie Prevost and Mabel Norman. Look, Joe, come on.
Oh, no.
Mabel used to always tip on my toes.
Madame is wanted on the telephone.
Oh, Max, you know better than to interrupt me.
Paramount is calling.
Who?
Paramount Studios.
Now do you believe me? I knew Sheldrake would jump at it.
It is not Mr. Sheldrake in person. It is Mr. Sheldrake's first assistant.
Important enough for Sheldrake to call me personally. Say that I'm busy and hang up.
Very good, Madame.
Who put that call through? Isn't the red light on? I must not be disturbed. Hold everything.
All right, hold it, everybody.
Well, answer it. Hold everything.
Norma Desmond coming in to see you.
Norma Desmond. It must be that awful script of hers. What can I say?
I could give her the brush.
30 million fans have given her the brush. Isn't that enough? Okay.
Say, if you ever run into Artie, would you tell him I'm awfully sorry I had to run out in his New Year's Eve party?
Well, where in the world have you been keeping yourself? I've tried everywhere to find you. I have wonderful news for you.
Oh, yeah? What's wonderful news?
Sheldrake, he likes the idea about dark windows.
Oh, dark windows?
Yes, I've got him all hopped up. Of course, I had to fluff it out a little bit with ideas of my own, but I have 20 pages of notes.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, Miss Schaefer, but I've given up writing altogether. I just came to the studio with a friend. Thanks a lot for your interest in my career, anyway.
It's not your career, it's mine. I don't want to be a reader all my life. I want to write.
You want to write? All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you Dark Windows. It's all yours.
I'm just not good enough to do it all alone. But I'll tell you something. We could work nights, 6 o'clock in the morning. This next month, Marty's going to be on location, and, well, we could work any time you like.
Artie? What's Artie got to do with it?
We're engaged. Anyway, he's going to be on location, and I'm free every evening and every weekend, and we could work at your place if you like.
Oh, no, that's absolutely impossible. Now, you stop being chicken-hearted and you write that script now, you hear?
Honestly, I hate you.
And don't make it too dreary. Yeah. Hey, how's this for a situation? Let's see now. She teaches daytime, he teaches night. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, well, let's see now. They've never met, but they share the same room. You see, it's cheaper that way. As a matter of fact, they both sleep in the same bed. On different shifts, of course.
Are you kidding? I think it's good. It might have a possibility.
So do I. Come on.
Oh, don't go. Please. I can show you where it'll work in. We could put it in where the first scene. Remember when she meets him and he talks about
What is
having
it, Max?
I've just found out the reason for all those telephone calls.
Joe?
Norma, I must apologize for not calling you.
You ought to. I'm very angry.
Well, as you see, I'm terribly busy.
Now, that's no excuse. You read the script, of course.
Yes, I did.
Then you could have picked up a telephone yourself instead of leaving it to some assistant.
Huh? What assistant?
Oh, now, don't act innocent. Somebody by the name of Artie Green.
Artie Green?
Yes, and you must have been pretty darn interested in that script, or he wouldn't have tried to get me on the telephone 10 times.
Look, Norma, I'm right in the middle of shooting.
Oh,
now, why don't you sit here in my
All right.
chair, make yourself comfortable,
Thank
huh?
you.
There you are. That's the girl. I won't be a minute. Just let me talk to that Artie Green. Have you been calling Norma Desmond?
That car of hers, that old foreign job, her chauffeur drove it on the lot the other day. It looked just right for the Crosby fix.
Well, who are you working for, me or Bing? Forget it. I'll buy him a dozen if necessary.
Sorry, Mr. Sheldrake.
Hi, who is it? Hawkeye? Hello, if it's you.
Hawkeye, turn that light back where it belongs.
Did you see them? Did you see how they came?
What's the matter, dear?
Nothing. I just didn't realize how much, what it would feel like to come back to the old studio. I didn't know how much it meant to me.
Well, we've missed you, too, dear.
We'll be working together, won't we, Chief? We'll
we'll-
make our greatest picture.
We'll see what we can do.
It's a good script, isn't it?
Well, it has some good things in it, yeah, but it'd be very expensive.
Oh, I don't care about money. I just want to work again. You don't know what it means to have you want me.
Well, nothing would please me more, Norma, if it were possible.
And remember, darling, I never work before 10 in the morning and never after 4:30 in the afternoon.
We're ready for that shot now, Mr. Sheldrake.
Well, goodbye, Norma. Let's see what happens. Huh?
Oh, I'm not worried. Everything will be fine. The old team together. Nothing can stop us.
The old team. Yeah. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, darling.
Oh, yeah, Max. What are you going to do, Max? Wash the car this time of night? Or are you doing a little spying in your off hours? Huh?
You must be very careful as you cross the paths. Your madame may be watching.
Yeah? Well, how about if I sneak up the kitchen stairs and undress in the dark? Eh?
I'm not inquiring where Mr. Gillis goes every night.
Yeah, why not, Max? Why not? I'm writing a script. I'm going to finish it no matter what.
It's just that I'm greatly concerned about madame.
Oh, sure you are. You're so concerned that you keep telling her lies and more lies. What's going to happen when she finds out, huh?
She never will. That's my job. You must understand. I discovered her when she was 16. I made her a star. I cannot let her be destroyed.
You made her a star?
Yes, I directed all her early films. There were 4 young directors who showed promise in those days. D.W. Griffith, C.B. DeMille, Sheldrake, And Max von Meyerling.
Max von Meyerling. Yeah. And she made a servant out of you, huh?
It was I who asked to come back. I could have continued my career, only I found everything unendurable after she left me. You see, I was her first husband.
In just a moment, we'll return to the third act of Sunset Boulevard.
And now Act 3 of Sunset Boulevard.
Look, you make some coffee. I'll take over. Come on. Come on. You've been working long enough.
Ooh.
May I say that you smell all the special tonight?
Thank you. Must be my new shampoo.
No, that's not shampoo. It smells more like old, freshly laundered handkerchiefs. And may I say that if we want to get this script completed, you better stay at least 2 feet away from me. Now, go on, scat, beat it.
Very funny.
What's the matter with you tonight?
Nothing. I just heard something, but I don't want to talk about it.
What did you hear? Come on, Betty, is it about me? Let's get it out in the open, whatever it is. Let's talk about it.
No, I got a wire from Artie today.
Artie? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. He wants me to come to Arizona. He says it only costs $2 to get a marriage license there, and it would sort of save a honeymoon, you know?
Well, why don't you? You finish the script like crazy. That's what you wanted, wasn't it? To get married, I mean?
Yes. But I don't want to now.
Well, why not? Do you love Artie anymore?
Of course I love him. I always will. I'm just not in love with him anymore, that's all.
Yeah, what happened?
You did.
I want to speak to Miss Betty Schaefer, please. She ought to be in by now. Oh, well, I'm sorry to call you so late, but I felt it was my duty. It's about Mr. Joe Gillis. You know Mr. Gillis, of course. Yes. Well, just exactly what do you know about him? You know where he lives? You know how he lives? You know what he lives on? Miss Schaefer, I'm only trying to do you a favor. I'm just trying to save you a lot of misery. Of course, you may be too young to even suspect there are men of his sort. Well, I don't know what he's told you, but he does not live with relatives, nor with friends. That is, not in the usual sense of the word. Well, ask him. Ask him again. Oh!
Yeah, that's me, Betty. This is Joe. Yeah, better yet, come on out here. The address is 10,086 Sunset Boulevard. Come on, see for yourself.
Oh, Joe, don't hate me. I did it because I need you. I need you as I've never needed you before. Well, look at me. Look at my face. Look at my hands. Look under my eyes. How can I go back to work when I'm wasting away under this door? You know what I've been through this past week. I bought a gun. I did. I stood there in front of that mirror, but I couldn't make myself do it. Well, just don't stand there hating me. Shout at me, strike me, but don't me, Joe.
Hello, Betty.
Oh, Joe, I don't know why, but I'm afraid. Is it something awful?
Come on, let's go inside. Come on. been inside of one of these old Hollywood palazzos? They were built and they were making $18,000 a week and no taxes. Careful of this floor, it's slippery. Valentino used to dance here.
Joe, this is where you live?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Whose house is it?
Hers?
Whose?
Hers. Yeah, look around you. There's enough for all about here. Well, if you don't recognize the pictures, I'm sure that you'll remember the name. Come on in. Norma Desmond.
Norma Desmond is the one that called me?
Want a drink? We've always got loads of champagne on ice, lots of caviar.
Why did she call me?
Jealous? Did you ever see so much junk in your life? Look at that ceiling. They brought it back all the way from Portugal.
Joe, look, I didn't come here to look at a house. What about Norma Desmond?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, this place is enormous. It's got 8 master bedrooms. There's a sunken bathtub in every bathroom. You know, there's a bowling alley in the cellar. Yeah, she got lonely rattling around in this old trap by herself, so she got herself a companion. It's pretty obvious. A lonely woman who's well-to-do. A younger man who's not doing so well. Well, you ought to be able to...
No!
All right, then, I better give you a few more clues.
No! I've never been in his house. I've never gotten any phone calls. Now, you get your things together and let's get out of here.
My things, huh? All my 6 dozen suits and my 18 dozen shirts and my custom-made shoes and my platinum keychains and my gold cigarette cases.
Joe, come on.
Come on, where? Back to a one-room apartment I can't even pay the rent for. Back to writing scripts that may sell and very possibly may not.
Oh, Joe, if you love me.
Oh, come on, kid. Be sensible now, Betty. Look, I got a good deal on you. See, I got a long-term contract and no options. All right, maybe it's not so admirable. Will you and Artie be admirable?
I can't even look at you anymore.
Then maybe you better look for an exit. Come on, Betty. Goodbye, Betty. You write that script on the way to Arizona. When you get back, if you and Artie ever want to go for a swim,
May I come in, Joe?
Sure, why not?
See, I stopped crying. I'm all right again. Oh, Joe, don't be cross with me. Tell me everything just as it was. You're leaving me.
That's right, Norma, I'm leaving.
Oh, no, you're not. Max! Max!
You've got a handsome wardrobe. And now, Norma, but thanks for use for all the baubles.
But they're yours, Joe. I gave them to you.
A little bit too floppy for dating a hideout.
Oh, but you can have anything you want. But you mustn't go. You know I can't face life without you, and you know I'm not afraid to die.
That's between you and yourself, Norma.
You think I made that up about the gun? All right. See? You didn't believe me. Now, I suppose you don't think I've got the courage to use it.
Oh, you got the courage, Norma, if it'll make a good scene.
You don't care. Well, there are thousands and thousands of people who will care.
Oh, Norma, wake up, will you? You'd be killing yourself to an empty house. The audience left 20 years
That's
ago.
not true. They still want me.
No, they don't.
Well, what about the studio? What about Sheldrake?
Sheldrake in the studio. All they wanted to do was rent your car.
What?
They only wanted to rent your car. Sheldrake didn't have the heart to tell you. None of us had the heart.
Well, that's not true. What? I still get letters.
Letters, huh? All right, Max, tell her. Well, go on. Do her that favor anyway. Tell her there isn't going to be any picture. Tell her that the only fan mail she gets is what you send her.
That's not true.
Max! Madame is the greatest star of them all. I will take Mr. Gillis' bags to the car.
You heard him. I'm a star.
Norma, you're a 50-year-old woman. Now grow up. Look, there's nothing disgraceful in being 50. Not unless you try to be 25.
I'm the greatest star of all.
Bye, Norma.
No one ever leaves a star. That's what makes one a star. Stars are ageless, aren't
They must have photographed me 1,000 times. And then they got a couple of pruning hooks and fished me out of the pool ever so gently. Funny how gentle people get with you once you're dead. So that's how it was with me, Joe Gillis, boy wonder. But what would they do to Norma? Even if she got away with it in court, a crime of passion, temporary insanity, those headlines would kill her. Forgotten star, a slayer, aging actress, yesterday's glamour queen.
The auditor's office? I want to speak to the coroner. Who's on this line?
I am. Now get off. I'm dictating. That day breaks over the murder house on Sunset Boulevard. Curtain of silence seems to have fallen over Norma Desmond, former star of yesteryear.
Newsmen reel here with the cameras.
Cameras? What cameras?
The cameras have arrived, Norma.
Oh, yes. Tell Mr. Sheldrake I'll be right down. Right away.
Now, what is it?
Well, it's one way to get it done.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. You'll have to excuse me. I must get ready for my scene.
What's happening up there?
Is everything set up, gentlemen?
Just about.
Are the lights ready?
They're all set.
Quiet, everybody! Are you ready, Norma?
Where am I? What
is the scene?
This is the staircase of the palace.
Oh, yes. The people down below are waiting for the princess.
All right? Cameras!
I'm sorry, I can't go on with the scene. Mr. Sheldrake, may I say a few words? It's just because I'm so happy to be back. You see, this is my life. Just us and the cameras and those wonderful people out there in the darkness. All right, Mr. Sheldrake, I'm ready for the close.